Well, good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Potluck Podcast. This would be episode 8. And this is your butt hurt disclaimer.
Brain fart. Parental and/or sponsor advisory. Our goal is to offer a recovery-paced podcast with a twist of humor. The expressions and opinions voiced here are those of the individual speaker and are not of the collective. Our primary purpose is to carry the message and to help other alcoholics and addicts achieve sobriety. We do not feel the need to be original, but we certainly don't want to be extra crispy.
All right, well, I'm Martin,
I'm Sean.
Yo, and I'm Anthony.
and let's open this up with Serenity Prayer.
Yes, we certainly shall. Hats off. Ladies, hats off. Oh.
What lady?
Moment of silence for the still sick and suffering. Prayer.
God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference just for today.
And
That's
oh
it.
boy, did I exercise that prayer and was much needed today.
I know it. I know it.
Absolutely.
Really? Well, do tell.
Life be lifing, bro.
Absolutely.
Life do be lifing.
Yep.
That's a fact.
So I get on our social media platform
Social media.
and I read on there. I'm really grateful that my daughter. I got a daughter in Alabama as well as 2 children here in the state of Kentucky. My daughter in Alabama was completely blessed to not have been exposed to me very much at all, and I'm really grateful for that. You know, she's grown up. She's grown to be a wonderful young woman, mother, and a woman of God, okay, full of grace. Has every right to disown me for, by all means. For whatever reason, unbeknownst to me, she does not. She hits me with a lot of grace.
Great.
Grace is something, that I receive I'm not deserving of. And so, first thing this morning, I open up that social media platform and I read how she was assaulted yesterday.
Sorry to hear that.
And seems to have been maybe a road rage incident or whatnot. He was the guy was pretty volatile or whatnot. Tried to drag her out the truck with her kids in the truck. Didn't care that the kids was in the truck. He was ramming her truck going down the road. It was just. And then I read, because it was actually her friend that had posted this and tagged her in it. I just happened to see it because she was tagged in it.
Right.
So, and just a little bit after that, I see my daughter's take on it today. And, just, she did express how, she's disturbed by it, the event, if you will, but that she's praying for him. Praying for the guy.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't even in the same state, and that didn't even cross my mind.
Right.
It don't take me too long to get there. I know it ain't gonna do nothing if I was there.
Right.
Even if I was there in close proximity, I wasn't there when it happened.
Yeah.
That's definitely God watching over. You know what I'm saying? Could have been way worse.
Absolutely.
I'm just grateful that everybody involved is okay today. And home with their family where they belong. Everybody belongs. Should be able to be allowed to be with their family. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of political views, uh, differences of opinion. You know, yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, just kind of processing that. So that's that. I won't get into the whole rest of it, but it was uh, one cog in the mess this morning, And man, I'm really grateful for the programs, the sobriety programs, the rooms of them, uh, and God, most certainly God first and foremost. I had in my head, I had played all this out before I ever got to the meeting today, and there were really unspiritual shares going on in my head, pretty profane. I could hear myself screaming inside my head, just pretty upset about. So then I share on all of the life matters, and because of the program, because of the work that God allows me to be willing to do, and the changes that have taken effect in my life, I was able to process it just in conveying it, and it did not come out of my mouth like I had thought.
I imagine not.
Like it really didn't. And I was able to take a little bit of feedback from it and accept the feedback.
Yeah.
In a positive way, of course.
Yeah.
Before we continue with that right there, though, I want to touch on something though. So you said you made this statement, the grace that you are not deserving of.
That is what grace is.
Right. So
Yeah.
so for me, that was a lot of what kept me from really not just seeking God, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I was undeserving of His love, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I didn't really know who He was either. But also, like, that was a struggle for me when I first started my recovery journey because I felt like I didn't deserve that, you know what I'm saying? And it's like because of the things that I've done, like, especially with my kids, like you said, your daughter wasn't, exposed to you in that sense. The last time I seen my kids, they were 6, you know what I'm saying, 5 and 6 years old. So
How old are they now?
12 and 13, you know what I'm saying? And, for me, I still, like, I know I have to face that when it comes, like, because I'm going to have to ask them, like, do you want me to be in your life? And I have to, there's a chance that they're going to say no. And I have to deal with that. But, uh, that the grace part of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know my daughter still asks about me. You know what I'm saying? I took care of him for the longest time. You know what I mean? So I know she still asks about me. But like, I felt that because I haven't been around for so long, I don't deserve that.
Well,
That
I've got to give you both grace for feeling like you don't deserve grace. How about that?
Yeah. So that's where but that's where I was getting at too. We are worth it. We
Definitely.
do deserve that. You know what I mean? Like I said, for other people that are going through similar situations, you know what I mean? They feel like as a man, we feel like we don't deserve that. And I say as a man because I am a man, but like even women, there are women that don't feel that way. There's women that feel like they don't deserve, you know what I'm saying, the love and the grace from anybody. You know what I mean? For the longest time, that's exactly how I felt. So it prevented me really from moving forward. You know what I'm saying? But like you are enough. You know what I mean? And like sometimes I still do it. Like I feel like I could be doing something more. I was talking to you yesterday, Sean, about like my sponsees. Like I feel like I had failed them, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I am enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I am enough, you know? So like that grace, like we do deserve that. You know what I mean? We do.
Yeah,
Absolutely we do.
absolutely. I agree. As far as grace goes for me, um, I too learned uh, in sobriety that I deserve it. Um, I can't honestly sit here and say I never felt like I deserved it because there are some things that I felt like I deserved grace in and some
Yeah.
things I didn't. Uh, there are things that I got grace in that I never thought I would get grace in as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Uh, so yeah. So
Sorry,
today,
I didn't mean to. My mistake. I didn't mean to cut you off, Sean. I was just.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to touch on that because.
That was a wrap.
Okay.
yeah, that was a wrap.
That was a wrap up.
That was a
All
wrap.
right.
So let's talk about manipulation. Sounds like a great topic.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody got
So
anything on it?
is there good and bad manipulation?
There is.
Is there?
Yes, I do. I do think. Well, manipulation is usually looked at in a bad way, but I do believe there are good manipulations.
Yeah. So I feel like when it comes to manipulation, it depends on your motives, right? So like I'll give you an example. So if I'm trying to receive something for myself, if I'm manipulating you to receive something as a benefit to myself, that is a form of bad manipulation. If I'm trying, I don't want to say if I'm trying, but if I'm manipulating you for you to maybe understand a better understanding. Oh, as a better understanding.
I just manipulated him.
Yeah, you did.
Great.
As a better understanding to yourself, or like for
Yeah,
you
my
to.
eyebrow raised it.
I was like, what the hell? But like if I'm manipulating you to get you to like maybe do something for yourself, like do something better for yourself, like I feel like that would be a form of like good manipulation. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah, I feel like there's definitely good manipulation and there's definitely bad manipulation. Uh, we as alcoholics and addicts, I'll keep it on myself. Uh, I'm a master manipulator. You know what I mean?
That's not what I thought you was gonna say.
But that's
Wow. I just got that. That was funny.
funny.
Masturbate.
That's
Coffee.
manipulating. That's manipulation 101 right there, buddy. Woo! Great stuff. Great stuff.
So I can see I really don't care to be manipulated.
Yeah.
In any fashion.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's good or bad.
Yeah.
One of my character defects is people pleasing.
Yep.
I begin to realize. And I will manipulate myself into pleasing a person.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was deep.
Yes.
You know, regardless.
Yeah.
Of what my actual.
He
Take.
is so trying hard to be careful right now.
Well, I like to just choose my words. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, regardless of any kind of conviction I've come up with to myself.
Yeah.
It's that rationalization. You know.
Yeah.
Like I've said before, it don't have to be drugs and alcohol.
Yep.
Gambling. You know what I mean? Sex. And the what I'm coming to realize is when I let myself down, you know what I'm saying? Like I seen this thing this morning. I had a friend in the program. He sends me these self-made meme like deals. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot how it even started. The end of it was ones who make excuses are weak. You know, so there's a sense of
Say that again. Once.
the ones
Oh, the one.
The
Okay.
ones
Okay. I just
that
misheard.
make excuses are just weak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So then there's this sense of weakness. I'm weak. It's a failure. That's a failure. I didn't go out and relapse. I ain't using. I'm not drinking. It hits like that.
Yeah.
You know. I can see where that would lead somebody to do just that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's that chink in the armor. And that's what the devil look for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It exploit that.
Instills that doubt. And once that doubt is there, it's the chink in that armor. You know, and just like when I busted the door open and decided to develop that relationship with God, that chink in that armor, it's just like that with the devil. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
bust that door open and just throw all that doubt at you. You know what I'm saying? And
That Achilles heel, you know.
yeah. And then I find myself dealing with the pebbles start popping up that you trip on. You know, it's not the big old rock sitting over there
No.
or what. It's them little pebbles.
Yeah.
You know, and it's quite a few pebbles this morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Me and Martin run to the store right before the podcast, and I'm sitting at the light about to turn right, and the light turns green. I go turn right, and I didn't even see the car, and I almost turned right into him. You know, so as soon as the car passes to where I can turn, man, there wasn't no paper space between us. Like I was all up on the bumper.
Yeah, it was very close.
I was like, F this, F that. And then he hit the turn signal. He going to the same store. I'm like, oh, bro, I got something to say.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
You know, because I actually stated in the car, I said, listen to me.
Yeah.
You know, listen to my mouth.
He realized what he was doing.
You know, I see where I was going real quick.
That's
self-manipulation.
But see, not even just self-manipulation, but that's also the power of the program too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, cause I can give you a couple of different instances where I would have went in, I would have followed you.
Now I did give him a mean mug. I ain't gonna lie.
But that's
still not.
Still progress though.
It is.
You know what I mean?
But that's still
Dear
not
diary, don't use the shoulder for right turns if it's not a
Do not turn from the shoulder.
Facts.
Note to self as well.
Because we were in the right and they were in the shoulder. And
Yeah.
it's a shoulder. It's not a turn.
It's not a turn lane. It's a shoulder. Yeah.
So when we're doing the turn signal, and they cut right in front of us like that,
Yeah.
it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But Sean's a great driver and was able to avoid an accident, so we were fine.
Fast driver, but yes, I'm powerless over the accelerated pedal. My life's become unmanageable. I obtained myself another speeding ticket the other night.
It's gonna be all right.
God is great,
God is good.
and I thank the police for their service.
Yeah.
Shout out to KSP. He clocked me at 22 over.
Okay.
Ticketed me for 5 over. No points on the license.
The grace of God.
I
Grace of God.
continue to be allowed to be a driver on public roads for the time being.
Dear diary, Sean's got to slow down.
If only.
Wait. Did you just hush me?
No,
I think that was.
Pardon?
Is that a form of manipulation?
It was.
I feel like
It sure was.
She's so Pete.
It sure
Shoot.
was.
Shush. Lord
Lord,
Anywho.
See, and that's how easy manipulation happens too. Like that was a total accidental manipulation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but it happens. Subconsciously, it happens sometimes too.
Right.
Yeah, because that right there was good catch, Sean. Good catch. I'll give you that.
So, and this goes on a couple fronts. Look, I'm not here to appease people, and I need not be worried about anybody's feelings.
Facts.
Feelings aren't facts. Okay, wait. I need to expand on this too. There was something commented on another post on the social media, okay, and I made a statement that feelings ain't facts. Well, somebody come back, well, feelings are facts, and I said, well, hope you don't run on that, 'cause that paves the road for rough ride, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, they come back with something else. Well, and I was going to let it be.
Yeah.
I promise. I was just going to let it go.
Yeah.
But then it come to mind. I said, well, I will leave you with this. I said that there was a time not long ago where I felt like I had to fart, and I sharted.
Oh,
Feelings ain't facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
uh,
See, this is the thing for me. Like I know y'all heard me talk about it. Like I need to feel things. You know what I'm saying? Like because I spent so much time numbing that or hiding that. You know what I mean? They're not facts, no. But depending on the situation, I run off that. Not saying you should try that. Not saying you shouldn't try that. But for me, like there's certain emotions that like I need to feel in order for me to maneuver a certain way. Because like I said, once you get your feelings back, you get that what's called emotional intelligence. Once you get that, you can maneuver. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I figured out how to maneuver around certain things. Like for instance, like you was talking about, when you almost got hit by here at the light and you went to the same store but didn't say nothing. Like that's emotional intelligence because initially you want to move off of anger because how dare you? You know what I'm saying? Uh, so for me, like when I've gained emotional intelligence, like that's another thing that I'm trying to I don't want to say master, but it's another thing that I'm trying to learn. The more I learn about myself, the more emotional intelligence I gain, the easier things in life become to maneuver. So like I look at like recovery, not even just recovery, but life. So if you have seen the movie Cars, right?
yes.
So whenever McQueen is paving the road
to
the first
Mater.
time, yeah, right. So when he's paving the road the first time, and they wake up in the morning and they go to drive on it, and it's that's what life is. You know what I'm saying? Like once you figure out how to maneuver
Do that
like
again.
like what, once you figure out like how to maneuver, like how you need to maneuver around whatever obstacle it is, it's whenever he paves the road the second time and it's a smooth ride. Like
You-
life is not, it's not smooth. It's not. There's gonna be boulders. There's gonna be pebbles. There's gonna be bumps in the road. There's gonna be speed bumps. There's gonna be speed humps.
Gonna be construction.
I just
Facts.
realized something sitting here thinking about the word manipulation. Uh, it's a lot bigger than we realize. Because check this out. You're gonna love this. This is great. Being a sponsor is being a manipulator because
Yeah.
you're trying to manipulate this person to stay sober.
Yeah, in a sense, I guess I can see where you're coming from.
Meh.
I can agree to disagree with that.
I mean,
Yes.
I get the in a sense part,
Yeah.
but it is a form of manipulation
Yeah. I can
because
see.
you're anytime you suggest for somebody to do something, and
Yeah.
I'm just saying suggest it,
Yeah.
it's a form of manipulation.
It can be looked at
So
that way.
It can be,
that
yeah.
goes to as what Sean was saying as there being good manipulation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never suggested there was good manipulation.
That was me.
I
You
just
asked
believe
if there's a such
Yes, I
thing
just
as
asked
good
if- yes.
and I was answering.
Absolutely.
My answer to that would be
Yeah.
yes.
Absolutely.
Did I do it? It was pretty good. I looked pretty easy, but it's not as easy as it looks because I just tried it and it didn't come out right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you got to be able to break dance because there's a move.
Yeah.
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 Ooh, I did
You
it.
did.
Yay.
Vibrator disclosure.
Oh my God.
Oh, technical difficulties. We're out. We're down.
Oh my God. Well, it's not a major. Oh,
This
we
dude
are.
breaks all the equipment over here. I'll have that stand next week.
You know what? All right.
All right.
You set?
I think we're in there. Yeah.
All right. Good deal.
Like swimmer on a fat lady. you know
Check,
what I
check,
mean?
check. Mike. Check. One, two, two. Yeah, that works.
All right. So like I've got a little you dig here.
Woody's goodies.
Good morning, Wood.
Yeah. All right. So like
Woody's goodies.
I like
What would he do?
I draw like inspiration, you know what I'm saying, from like the most random places at times, you know what I mean? And so I was scrolling through reels on Facebook and I found this guy who was talking about um like what his sponsor or what his he called him his Yoda, if you will. Um he would ask him a simple question, okay? And the question basically is what is the difference between recovery and sobriety? And before I read what he had said, I'm gonna give you my example of what sobriety and what recovery is to me. Okay, so to me, sobriety is just without a substance, right? So like recovery would be the work one puts in himself or to work towards fixing himself from the inside out, right? So like in order for you to get to recovery, you have to go through sobriety. You know what I'm saying? It's like steps, if you
No,
will.
you mean in order to get to sobriety, you have to go through recovery.
No, no. And the reason why I say this is because you can be sober without working the steps, without working through recovery, without putting the work in to stay sober. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
So this is what he said though. He said, "Do you know what the difference between recovery and sobriety is?" The guy says, "Well, you're my Yoda, so please tell me." He says, "Sobriety."
I will.
He says, "Sobriety is to come and get sober, as to being absent from substance does not necessarily mean that you're in recovery. Because when you're sober, you just don't have the substance in you, but you still have the same individual that you were before you were using, when you were dependent on those drugs to try and level yourself out. But now, in order to get in recovery, there's a lot more work to do. And then some. In recovery, you have to really delve deep within yourself to see what it is within you that those demons that you were entertaining so much. See what it is you were allowing them to feed off of and learn how you can pull that stuff by the root. Because if you don't, then you can end up potentially going back out and getting loaded again. The end goal in sobriety that you want to achieve is recovery on a daily basis. First, you have to get sober to be in sobriety, then work on yourself and get in recovery. You know what I'm saying? And that's
That
where,
makes sense.
you know what I mean? That's literally because like you got to think when you first when I first got in when I first started my recovery journey, I was just sober. That was it. I really didn't want to put the effort. I didn't want to put the footwork in. I didn't want to do any of these things. I really didn't. So I was just sober. I would claim to be in recovery, but no effort was being put there to get where I'm at. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you can definitely, and I'm not saying that everyone does this, but I've known a lot of people that are just sober. And like for me, just being sober isn't going to keep me sober. You know what I'm saying? Because like I was saying earlier, like we are enough, but like sometimes just being sober isn't enough. You know what I'm saying? So like that's where the recovery part of it comes from. It's the work. The recovery is the work that you put into staying sober. Not just staying sober, but really figuring out what makes you tick. And like I was talking about the emotional intelligence, it the work you put in to figure out how to maneuver around certain things. Because I've heard this before. They said that I used to use from the grand opening of my eyelids, basically saying like as soon as I opened my eyes, like that was a reason for me to go get high. It was a reason for me to go get drunk. You know what I'm saying? And today I know that I don't have to use if I stub my toe. I don't have to use if I get pissed off at somebody. If I'm at work, I've had a bad day at work. My first thought isn't to go use. You know what I'm saying? It's not to leave work and go get high or get drunk. My first thought is really to pray. You know what I'm saying? And like that's from the program. It's from God. It's from putting the work in to figure out what makes me tick. I was a very angry person as a child. And even honestly, up until about 4 or 5 years ago, I really starting to calm down, especially now that I have these different tools that I can use to prevent myself from exploding like that. I still get angry, but I don't allow that to really deter me from my outline and goal. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to be a better person today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That to me is the difference between sobriety and recovery. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you can just be sober. Sobriety is good. I'm not saying that it's not, but for me, I'm in recovery. That's why, like, when I announce myself and I'm in a meeting, I say, and my name is Anthony. I'm a grateful, recovering alcoholic and addict. I've heard some people say, I'm recovered. I will never say that I'm recovered. Not saying anything bad about the people that say they are recovered. I'm definitely not. That's you. It's how you feel. Perfectly fine. but I know that there's more work for me to be done within myself.
The work never stops.
It never stops.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
you're
So
right.
I've noticed that lately. I've been saying I'm a grateful recovering alcoholic, and that for me is the reason I say that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree with that.
That's all.
I mean, I mean, actually, it like when you started on that, I did until you read that and explained that. I did have it backwards, but I understand it now. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do understand recovering, the difference between recovery and sober.
Yeah.
I was sober before I started recovering.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
So you say you were sober before you started recovering. Let me just start with there's. I don't believe you can have it backwards. Okay, it's about perception.
Perception.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's the way you understand.
Yeah.
And if it works for you, then keep understanding that way.
Right.
Stay open minded to change.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, if it works, it works. It don't harm nobody. It allows me to grow, and it doesn't hurt me or somebody else's sobriety. All good. Okay. So whole time Woody's sitting there talking about recovery and sober and recovery. I feel like there's one little element. Okay.
Mhm.
That let me add a component.
Okay.
Clean, sober, and recover.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if I'm just not putting nothing in me, and I'm not changing anything about my life, about myself, I'm just clean.
Yeah.
There's no quality of life.
Yeah.
I'm dry.
Yeah.
So once I start to obtain a better quality of life, then I begin to sober up.
Yeah.
Once I have been restored to sanity,
Yeah.
meaning I still have thoughts of using the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I haven't had none today. Okay, let's
Right.
be clear.
Right.
But I mean, they do come to mind. It's been pointed out that I'm not guilty of my. I'm not responsible for my first thought.
Yeah.
I am guilty of my second.
Yeah.
So when I have thoughts of using, and then I'm quickly restored to sanity.
Yeah.
With the rationale and the remembrance of the last time I used.
Yeah.
I have been recovered.
Yeah.
And that's where I think that some of these use this word.
Yeah.
You know, it's not recovered from the disease.
Right.
But they have recovered from a hopeless
State of mind. Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, and I definitely feel that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I can agree.
It's not really to be argumentative or nothing. But
Yeah.
like I said, it's like that perception.
Yeah.
It's that take on it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's why I said, you know what I'm saying, for
It's
me.
important
you
to
know
point
what I'm
that
saying?
out, though.
It is.
That the recovered.
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope that the ones that state that recovered
Yeah.
realize that
Yeah.
need be the case.
Right. Right. And see, like, when
I'm not recovered from alcoholism. I'm
No,
not recovered
absolutely not.
from
Absolutely
addiction.
not.
I'm recovered from the
State.
hopeless state of mind in
Yeah.
which I was in all my life
Mm-hmm.
due to the program and relationship with God, the fellowship
Yeah.
of the programs, and
I guess
being honest, open-minded, and willing.
Yeah. And I guess I could have definitely put that in there. A lot of the reason I really didn't break that down, to really be honest with you, is because, like, I remember I was I was in a program, and a guy came in. He was an old timer. He was speaking at our meeting, and
Oh, wow.
and he had said he was recovered, and like I remember when he said that, like I felt like he was saying that he was recovered from alcoholism, so I was confused. You know what I mean? And then, like, when I just realized, like, whenever you were saying that, and even when I was saying what I was saying, uh, I'm not saying anything about the people that say that, because I too am recovered from that hopeless state of mind. Uh, but like I said, I'm recovering because there's still a whole lot of work to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying anything about the people that say they're recovered alcoholics or addicts or any of that. Just for me, You know what I mean? It's that was literally just my perception of what it's like for me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I'm still recovering from what Sean just did.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Right.
The world just seen what happened. I
Oh.
fell for
Yeah,
it.
it did.
Hook, line, and
Stinker.
sinker.
A stinker.
Well, I tell you what,
Yeah.
this is definitely. I don't know, man. It's been a long week. Um,
This is becoming habitual.
what is
The long week.
the
The
long weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's 7 days in them.
Well.
Yeah, but they need not be long all the time.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Are you really
Today
okay?
I'm okay,
Though? But
yes.
are you okay?
I am. Today I'm okay.
Is that a form of manipulation?
No, I'm definitely okay today. I really am. But it has been a long week.
Stay tuned.
Dear diary, Sean's not a psychiatrist. So
But I did sleep it in Holiday Inn Express. Not last night, but before.
Motel 6 leaves a line on for you.
Amen.
Hey, I saved 15% by switching to
Geico.
Geico.
Hey, I saved $100 on my car insurance by, I guess, Martin's referral.
Are you wearing khakis?
No, these are Argyle socks, though. I don't know if you know about them, but I just learned that
Those
they
are
are
khakis.
exactly that. No, they're pineapples and not swinging.
On khakis?
No.
Those are khaki.
Oh my god.
Those are definitely khaki.
No,
What's wrong?
Where's your insurance?
I don't know if I can say that.
Are you
Okay, well, khaki.
No,
Are you Jake from State Farm?
these are tan.
That is not tan.
They look like tan.
Mauve.
Do they look like tan?
They do.
They look.
I mean,
then khaki and
beige.
tan are the same.
close, yeah.
Beige.
Beige.
Beige. All right, I'll give you that.
Mauve.
I'll give you. No, we'll
Mauve.
go with beige.
We'll go with beige.
It's closer to
Yeah.
beige. I surrender to that. Vroom vroom. And the car goes. Wow, that almost happened today.
Oh man. I don't
Next
know.
on the agenda.
Yeah, so like I'm not gonna lie. Oh yeah, before we continue this, those of you that are listening, we would
I
like
think
to.
everybody that's watching this right now is probably listening.
Well, it's not been open yet. Download it. So nobody's watching right now.
Well,
Well,
I mean, they'll be watching now when I
Sheesh.
say now when they're watching now.
well, we just want to go ahead and apologize for last week. This episode was supposed to be shot last week. There were things that we as a group had to do, and
So you're saying I'm not part of the group?
He said we as
We
a
as a
group.
Well, I understand, but I had nothing to do with the podcast.
Well,
well, you
I-
took-
naps count.
we had to vote.
I had a podcast scheduled.
We did. We all did.
No,
We all
I
did.
did. I
Yeah.
did.
Huh?
I did.
Huh?
I had one scheduled.
Me too. We all
Well,
did.
We didn't do
Did-
the podcast though.
Yes, but we all had it scheduled.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we all
What else?
listen. We all
Well,
had to vote on what
I
we
had
were
a
doing.
sick member in my family.
And
He
had a birthday.
had
A birthday.
He was out of
Yeah,
town.
it was a
How old
birthday.
are we now?
Well, it's not my birthday.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was their birthday.
outside issue.
Ooh,
I wouldn't call it an issue, but yes, an outside source.
an outside event.
We'll call it an event. I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Circumstance.
Circumstances good too.
Yeah.
Is that manipulation?
I feel like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John?
I think it would be a circumcision. I said circumstance.
Oh my God. Who's getting
Wow.
circumcised?
I can neither confirm nor deny these allegations.
Sheesh.
Well, I'm from Germany. Take it.
Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Hamburg.
Study up on that, pal.
Oh, man. Sheesh.
Wow.
Anyhow, the point I was getting at, we
There was a
apologize.
point?
We apologize for the delay.
Delay.
I've been looking forward to this though. I
It
was
wasn't
telling.
really a delay.
I mean, it was kind of a delay. It's kind of a 1 week
Postponement.
delay,
There you go.
postponement
Get
delay.
home.
Postponed.
You know?
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to this. I was telling Sean last night. I was kind of having anxiety about it, only because, like, you know what I'm saying, there's things that, I mean, there are, life on life's terms
Life,
that pop
yeah.
up, and, like, I've just, we haven't missed one until last week, and it really, it bothered me, even though, like, I was a part to play in that, it bothered me to miss that last week. It
It did me as well, but I felt okay with it because I did have
Yeah.
a medical thing
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on with
yeah.
a family member. So
Yeah, and I'm not saying anything like about that really.
yeah,
It's just
I didn't just
it
go
just
off and celebrate a birthday or something. I
Oh, shot fired.
well,
yeah.
in that defense, okay, the celebrated birthday was supposed to be with one's children, so
Oh,
I
okay.
understood. You know what I mean? Yeah, because if it was my birthday and I would want to be around my kids, I would, want to be there
I would
too.
definitely want you to be
Uh,
there for that.
So I mean, it just hurt me a little bit just because we didn't get the chance to do that, and I felt like we should have still done that. However, I'm grateful everyone's okay.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that we're doing this right now. Grateful that we're still, Sunday. It's
Yep.
Sunday.
It is Sunday.
It's Sunday.
It is Sunday. I still got coffee in mine. Sorry, buddy.
Speaking of which, so I know we're supposed to live one day at a time.
Did you just say speaking of which?
Yeah, speaking of which, on one day at a time.
Halloween is coming up,
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So I was, and I probably shouldn't do this like future tripping, if you will, but not necessarily a tripping, but just, I was thinking. So from this month on the 24th, I'm 6 months away from my 2 years.
Oh,
good
you know what I'm
stuff,
saying?
good stuff.
I think it's called 18 months.
What?
Huh?
What?
If you're 6 months away from 2 years.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I was like, wait a minute, what?
I think otherwise known as 18 months.
Yes.
AKA.
Look, man, you got to keep the program simple. Sometimes you just got to dumb everything down for someone.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. But I don't know. Like, I never thought like I would make it to even a year or 18 months, or let alone to 2 years. You know what I mean? And then, like we was talking about earlier, like those thoughts. So like I had
October? September.
September still.
I am 4 months from being 2 years.
Hell yeah. See?
Wow.
But so like the other day,
Sorry.
I was actually I actually had a thought, you know what I mean? Of using thought, if you will. And it was literally like a split second, like in and out type situation, you know what I mean? But like you said, we're not responsible for our first thought. It's the action that we put behind whatever thought comes next, you know what I mean? So initially
3 years. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what you got to look for, buddy.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
4 months from 3
3
years.
years. Yeah.
I'm not one to tell anyone how long they've been cleaning soap.
My math, hey, I did terrible in math.
It's early in the morning.
I had a C average in
The
math.
quickest way to addition is subtraction.
C average in math. Report card day at home was not good.
Well,
for
you
me.
still had a couple hundreds in there.
Well, no,
Well, you
Yeah,
had
maybe-
to, or it wouldn't have been a C.
maybe
Yeah.
a couple hundred.
Yeah.
But they were all in the 90s. The 90s is what made the C, not the hundreds.
93 or 94? 19, 93 or 94. Oh.
Thanks for the thank you for that. That's saying I'm younger, so I appreciate that.
Back at the Batcave. Dear Diary, Martin's younger than what he thinks.
He's black man.
But and you're robbing.
Geek.
No,
Anyway.
I got nothing. Giggity.
I don't know if so. I want to talk about like not just negativity, right? But like being able to, how can I put this? So like I want to help somebody, right? Like I that's what I've been put here to help somebody. You know what I mean? As many people as I can, maybe. I want to impact people on a bigger scale, on a grander scale. I'm not trying to do this for a short term situation. Meaning, like, I'm not trying to help you so you can stay sober for 6 months. I'm trying to help you so you stay sober for a lifetime. You know what I mean? So, I've noticed, like, within myself, like, I've been able lately to see through people's bullshit. Okay, when I say that, I mean, like, you know how there's people out there that ask you for help, but like reality, they really don't want help. You know what I'm saying? They either want you to do it for them, or in the midst of them working on themselves, or however you look at it, they start going backwards, and then it potentially can drag you backwards too.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you're saying.
So, like, I heard that there, of course, this is everywhere you go. Basically, the easy way for me to put this is when you're doing good, especially when you're doing good, where you're doing good for yourself or just in life in general, however you want to put it. There's always going to be something or someone or an obstacle or something that wants you to stir off the path that you are going. That's how you know you're doing good. Is when something's trying to pull you away from your mission. You know what I mean? And I heard last night someone say that there's certain people that are like that for him. You know what I mean? And for me, it at first it was like it was a struggle to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Like, today I'm focused on myself. It don't matter who's in my life, who's around me, none of that. I'm focused. I know what my mission is. I fell in love with my mission, and I'm going to accomplish this mission. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like
Nice.
me or don't, whether you're in this mission with me or not, I'm going to accomplish this mission. So, uh, for I just really feel like those that are going through that, where they feel like there's that energy, that negative energy pulling them backwards. You know what I'm saying? The easiest way for help would help me is just stay focused. I used to tell myself all the time. All the time, I told myself that, and like, it sounds cliched, it sounds weird, but like, that's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to tell myself to stay focused, because if I didn't, I wasn't gonna stay focused. You know what I'm saying? And like, I love who I am today, and I honestly, I fell in love with like that energy, that point. Like, I want you to try and pull me off the path, because it helps me stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Because like, once I feel that energy, once I see like, okay, this person really, he don't want me over here for whatever reason, and he want me to go backwards. I instant straighten back up, and I even more straight than what I was already doing in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So like, I fell in love with that. It's like that spiritual warfare that we go through. I love that. I love that spiritual warfare we go through with ourselves. You know what I mean? Because that's where the power of choice, and then also that power of our higher power. Mine is why I choose God. I don't know. It's just, I know a lot of people, especially in early recovery, or especially like in their programs that like to go through. They'll find people that you attach onto, you latch onto. Like, those are your peoples, your friends. You know what I mean? And then like a couple weeks go by, maybe a month will go by, maybe 2 months will go by, and they'll leave. And then it's like you find yourself trying to follow them. You know what I mean? And it's like I've experienced that myself. You know what I mean? It's hard sometimes. It's hard not to stray off. You know what I mean? Especially when something like that happens. You don't want to. I don't want to see anyone go back out and use. I don't want to see anyone leave the program just because I did that. I did that so many times. But you just gotta stay focused.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I surrendered to the process. I mean, you have to trust the process. The program works if you work it right. Um, I know that if I didn't surrender completely to the program, I'll be honest, I probably already have been out there
Yeah.
again. But I completely surrendered to the program, and it has worked. It works if you work it. But it's structured the way it is for a reason.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, I didn't know the reason. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And you don't have to know the reason to surrender to it, because it'll come to you. You'll learn it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And sobriety to me, okay, for me, it's God and my sobriety. That's
Yeah.
the order it's in. And my sobriety is first and foremost. It is the most important thing to me, because without it, I will end up dead.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So no matter what choice I make in life, any choices at all, my sobriety comes first.
Yeah.
So if it impales my sobriety in any way or threatens to, then I can't mess with it.
Yeah.
Before I believed in that, manipulation was very easily what's the word I'm looking for, Sean? Very easily taken in. It was easy
You
to
were
manipulate me
easily-
before
Yeah.
I
You were
realized.
easily manipulated.
Wow, that was. Thank you, Sean.
That was pretty easily stated.
Yeah, it really was. Thank you.
You know the
But-
two most dangerous things on the planet, right?
Women and
No.
no.
Peer
What?
pressure. Peer pressure is the first one, and complacency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right. Complacency. I see that. Yeah. Peer pressure.
Manipulation.
I'm pretty. Yeah, it is a form
You know
of
what I mean?
but I can't really say peer pressure. Well, okay, before sobriety came first, yes.
Yeah.
But now it's so easy for me to choose the right direction.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it looks like it's going to impale me
In any way.
in any way, and
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
I think he means impede.
What did I say?
Impale.
Okay,
If
I
it
do.
stabs him,
Yeah, hey, whatever works. But
Yeah.
yes, impede. My
Yeah.
bad. But yeah, it's easy for me now to make a choice. And if I want, if somebody is trying to take me in that direction, I will try to help them into changing their direction
Yeah.
to the right way. But I can only do so much. I can only suggest
Yeah.
and make suggestions.
Yeah.
But I can lead by example. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because life for me right now is, I'm so blessed.
Yeah.
I'm so blessed, and I would not trade the feeling that I have right now about life for anything.
Yeah.
And it's because of my sobriety coming first. you
Yes. So like the protection you were talking about, like protecting yourself, your sobriety, like that's what I would think I was talking to Sean about this. Like you have to protect yourself at all times. Still help somebody. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like you said, like if I find something that's detrimental to me and my sobriety, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna
Right.
help you. Like I will look if I see someone drowning, I'll risk everything. I'll jump in the water to save you. You know what I'm saying? I will. I'll lose everything in that water if that's what it takes. However, I have to realize like sometimes you have to drown to get to where you're going.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I was
Or
drowning.
you can teach them how to swim.
Right. So and that
Ooh.
and that and that that is it right there. Like in order for me to get to where I am, I had to drown. I
Right.
drowned several times. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, I figured out how to float, and then I figured out how to swim. Now I can help somebody. You see what I'm
Yep,
saying?
yep.
And for me, like that's what I was just talking about. Like that. You still gotta protect yourself. Like even with sponsorship, for instance, we were talking about sponsorship earlier. It is important. Sponsorship is important. However, uh,
Now that was manipulation at its best.
God. Uh, however, in the same sense, like you have to still protect yourself because if you don't protect yourself, especially when you're sponsoring someone, that could potentially be extremely detrimental to you. You know what I'm saying?
protect your neck, yo.
That
There-
was a royal clap, wasn't it? Remember the claps?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Did I just say that?
Yeah.
Remember the claps?
Yeah.
No, I can't say I do.
Well, we had the happy clap. We had the royal clap. We had the golf clap.
And
What was that? We've never had the.
I'm pretty sure that's the half-ass clap. Like, I'm happy for you, but not really.
No,
Yeah.
I've never seen that before now, ever.
I feel like that was definitely like an assertive, like,
That was a fly swat clap.
That was exactly
Yeah.
what it was.
Darn
You'll have
flies.
sheesh.
I just can't believe I said remember the clap.
Oh man.
That's why I had to explain the claps. I'm sorry because we were talking about claps
Yeah.
with the S.
Not the clap, just claps.
Just really, you had to say that. What?
but for real, on another note, like it's important for me that I know like I have to protect myself still. Like I would still help you. You know what I mean? The problem that I've been having lately though is like usually I'm actually really good at like seeing through people's bullshit, and then like there's times that I found myself now where like I it looks like from the outside like someone really wants help. They looks like they're really putting the effort into whatever it is that they're trying to do, and then you realize like there actually is no effort there. And sometimes when you get to that point, it's too late. You know what I'm saying? By this point, you're already so. I was listening to someone talk, and he was talking about like being there for someone supportively, like so. And we was talking about feelings earlier. This is a good point. So I had to I had to allow myself to feel anger. Okay, so and the reason being I had to allow myself to feel that is because now if someone else is feeling angry, like now I can have some support for that person. I don't have to allow their energy to bring me down, but now I'm able to support them and maybe possibly help them change the way they feel or maybe navigate their anger and put it towards something else. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I had to allow myself to feel these different things. Like now I can actually physically be there for someone, whether it be energetically, whether it be emotional, spiritually, or any of these things. Like I physically be there for someone who's been through the situations I've been through. If I just went through life and I didn't allow myself to feel these different feelings. Like Sean said, no, they're not facts, and they're not. But to me, just for me, it's important for me to feel these things because there are people out there that are not able to navigate their feelings that way, and possibly need someone to help them feel like to navigate that
Navigate.
navigate. You know what I mean? And
Navigate.
yeah, like a navigator. You know?
No, you missed that.
No, I did. I
Navigate.
navigate. Yeah.
Yeah, because navigation, if you're navigating somebody towards doing something, it's
Manipulation.
Manipulation.
Yeah.
yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
So you brought it up. I've been trying to really steer clear of this.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So if you may express something
Mhm.
that you no longer feel is healthy for you,
Mhm.
that you no longer wish to partake in,
Mhm.
and I encourage you or try and
Navigate.
encourage or navigate or manipulate you into this said whatever.
Right.
So what kind of support am I?
So it depends. So if I'm telling someone else that whatever's good for them isn't good for them,
No.
it's right. So that would be different. But if they recognize that whatever it is not good for them, and I'm still able to, I don't want to say guide them in that sense, but if I'm able to, we're able to bounce ideas off each other and like figure out like what they can do to not do this anymore. Uh, to me, that would be not just spiritual, but it could also be emotional. You know what I mean? See, sometimes like we get stuck in like I'm gonna use this as an example. We get stuck in like old ways, or not just old ways, but like what we're used to. You know what I mean? So uh, I'll give you an example: toxic relationships, right? Like a lot of us have been through toxic relationships, and we stay in those. Like we'll leave one, we'll go to another because that's what we're used to. We're familiar with that. It's weird when we start doing things that are like unfamiliar. So sometimes, like in that situation, they may feel that it's toxic and it's not good for them, but they'll stay. So like if I'm able to be like, listen, I'm seeing some things happen, and it's not. I don't think not necessarily it's healthy for you, but I think that you should try something different. You know what I mean? And they don't accept that. I mean, that's obviously on them, but at the same time, like, who am I to say that's good for them or bad for them? You know what I mean? Hell, a lot of times I can only tell you what's good or bad for me. The only one that knows that is God.
Okay, so I come to tell you that I'm allergic to Rice Krispies, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna bring you a king size.
You keep bringing Rice Krispies home. You know what I'm saying? Eating them in front of me.
Yeah.
Pouring me a bowl. You know what I'm saying? Hand it to me. After I keep telling you I'm allergic to them.
Yeah.
All right.
Because
they're making me sick.
Yeah.
They're making me sick.
Yeah.
And you keep giving them to me.
Yeah, that's not good.
What kind of support is that?
That's negative.
Is that friendly?
No, absolutely not. If you tell me you're allergic to something, and I bring it to you constantly and keep bringing it to you, I'm not a friend.
Come on, man. Eat these Rice Krispies, bro.
Yeah, I'm not a friend. I'll give you an example of that right there.
Please?
So my cousin.
What if I say please?
No, absolutely not.
What if I throw a fit about it?
That's no.
What if I pout?
I still no.
Well, I cross my arms and stomp off.
Absolutely not.
What if I'm talking to you for a week?
I still no.
Okay.
Like I got a cousin who's allergic to peanuts. Okay, he can't have no type of peanuts. When we were younger, like my aunt kept peanut butter and also soy nut butter in the cabinet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking anything of it. I was like 11, I think, at the time. You know what I'm saying? Cousin was like, bro, I want a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. My cousin at the time was like, he was like 6. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool. Everyone's out. You know, it's just me, him, my other cousin, and my brother. We just chilling. I'm like, so I'll go downstairs and make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So I make everybody a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, not realizing he's still allergic to peanuts.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he has an allergic reaction to the situation. You know what I mean? It wasn't too severe. He literally only took a bite and was like, oh, shit, you know? But the point I'm getting at is, like, I didn't go the next day and make him another peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You know what I mean? Like, a friend is going to help address the situation, and then a friend's going to say something if they feel that something's off. You know what I mean? Someone who really cares. But if I'm just constantly, like, if I see, like, okay, you're allergic to this, and I just keep bringing it to you, it's not a friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a friend at all.
But
you know?
but the friend should say, look, man, stop bringing me these sandwiches because I'm allergic to peanut butter.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You know?
A supportive cast.
Yeah.
Is not even going down the cereal aisle, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A supportive cast is not letting somebody that may come in contact with, like, bro, don't bring Rice Krispies over to the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you just ate Rice Krispies, go brush your damn teeth. Don't come to the house with Rice Krispie breath.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, if that was the case, like, I'm not even, if something is touching the Rice Krispies, I'm not even buying that. You know what I'm saying? Just off the back of, like, contamination. Like, not only am I going around the aisle, but, like, like, I'll go around all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I used to go to Taco Bell, I used to tell them I was allergic to tomatoes. Because when you tell them that, they have to change their gloves. Contamination, you know what I mean? They touched these tomatoes from, 20 minutes ago.
I did that in jail. I told them I was allergic to fish just to get hamburger on Friday.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? But, like, that's the point, though. Like, they can't. It's kind of a little bit different, but.
No, it's really not. It's manipulation.
It is manipulation, yes. But, like, a friend is exactly that. Like, I'm not gonna bring anything over at the crib.
I told him I was Muslim because I didn't want the pork patty.
You know what's crazy?
That's a lie.
And one of the other counties that I'm in, they actually have me as a Muslim. So if when the absolute worst, thank God I don't have to go back there. I would get chicken on the Fridays instead of I think it was a hamburger or something like that. I don't know. Anyway.
So the person does need to say I'm allergic to peanut butter.
Yeah.
So that not to touch peanut butter and come over to his house or bring peanut butter over or even take him down that aisle.
Yeah, and like, even more so, like, even if they don't say, like, hey, I'm allergic to this or whatever, like, I could be like, listen, I've seen some things that may not be as healthy for
okay. I feel like I've narrowed this down to an allergy. Okay. It's and it don't necessarily got to be that. Okay, let's just say lottery tickets. Dude done lost his whole house.
Okay.
Okay. And come on, man, let's get some scratch offs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a friend, bro. That's not a support circle.
Yeah, no.
Just another instant. Okay. So I need to switch gears here real quick. It's something I really wanted to bring up, and maybe should have done it at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah.
Catch. All right. Had somebody call me earlier this week.
Mhm.
And this may be a little bit more than R-rated. So if you got sensitive ears, turn it off now.
Or call your sponsor.
Or both.
Yeah, there was a butthurt disclaimer at the beginning of this.
Yes, there was.
I'll present you with a situation. All right. Again, a little more than R-rated maybe.
Sean's
So you're having sexual relations with one, okay? And let's say you go attempt to put it in number 2,
Okay.
okay? And there's a no. Do you?
No.
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 Okay. Let's say they cannot articulate the no. But there's a sense of struggle. And maybe there's a idea that ain't what they want. Okay.
Okay.
Do you continue?
No.
No, absolutely not.
I had someone call me earlier this week, and in my mind and by all definitions, it ended up being a victim.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like.
They admit that they put themselves in that situation. And there were a few previous instances that may have attracted her to that situation. Okay?
Yeah.
Being in the front row of a church, worshiping, praising God, right? Portraying oneself as a godly individual.
Yeah.
So they do visit the other's dwelling, if you will, and so there's some requisite, if you will, you know what I'm saying, oral fixations going on, all right?
Yeah.
So apparently her arms are then pinned and her head is grabbed with 2 hands and shoved down on one's member. Okay. She cannot retreat. She cannot say no. She cannot say nothing. He tends to have his way. Eventually, she gets loose. So that's about as far as the picture I'm gonna paint. Okay, it does get a little worse, but that's as far as I'm
Right.
gonna go. So, and I there's way she conveys it to me. There's a denial.
Yeah.
That she was assaulted because she placed herself in that vicinity and feels that
that's just the part she
allowed
played.
it to happen.
That's just the part. See, so before you go any further, right there, I actually yesterday was watching. It was the documentary. It's a real story about a boy and his sister who was sexually assaulted as kids. Okay, so the only part that they would play in this situation is they didn't say anything sooner, right? So in this situation, the part that she played is that yes, she put herself in that position. However, that doesn't mean just because you put yourself in that position, you're still not a victim. Now, I'm not saying that it's okay to continuously play the victim stance because once you do that,
there are boundaries that were overstepped.
Absolutely. Like once you
Unspoken
do that,
boundaries, which is what another point I wanted to make.
Yeah.
You know, we may consent to this initial act.
Yeah.
It's what ensues afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And even if there was a safe word,
right,
previously discussed, and one can't deliver that word,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Now it seems quite criminal, man.
Yeah.
And man, they say in the scripture, beware of the wolf in the sheep's clothing.
Yeah.
The crows will come to nest in the tree, and referring to the ones coming to the church that are not there for the right reasons and will
Yeah.
play the part
Yeah.
as if they are.
It just comes back to what I was saying earlier, the seeing through people's bullshit, you know?
Yeah. And I like to draw my own conclusion of people.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell me this, that, and the other of such and this, that one,
Yeah.
And I had a conclusion that was beginning to take
Yeah.
shape. I already had my notions,
Drawn, yeah.
my own notions.
Right.
The main fact that they decided to call me specifically when I don't even.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen the girl around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We know more than exchange. How are you doing?
Right.
That's about it.
See, like that could be.
She was also already, traumatized, man.
Yeah. That could be her way of. She felt like even though she doesn't know you, like so it's we feed off of your energy. You know what I'm saying? Because we are energy. So like if something happens to me, you know what I'm saying? Whether I talk to you on a daily basis or just see you out and about, I can pick up on your energy. So if I feel safe talking to you, even if it's just through a passing, I'm gonna convey something like that to you because I feel safe talking to you about that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like especially people who are not just in recovery, but people who actually are in tune with themselves and in tune, like at church, for instance. That allows you to really feel what's going on. So like if something is traumatic has happened to me and I don't feel comfortable saying it to anybody, of course I'm not going to say it to, but that one instance where there's someone, like for instance, in that the documentary I was telling you about, this little boy who carried this in until he was like 11. He just gradually just got worse for his attitude, things like that. But he felt comfortable enough to start conveying what was happening to him to his therapist. And that's what started it right there, was his therapist. But he felt that energy. He felt safe. You know what I'm saying? And it's probably what it was.
Yeah,
she probably felt safe enough to know, like, listen, this is, and that's probably her way, honestly, of reaching out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, this happens to a lot of people, like, they get assaulted, and because they put themselves in that position for whatever reason, like, you know what I mean, that they feel that it's not assault. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I consent to this act, right? But I don't want everything else that comes behind that act, it's still an assault. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not able to say
it's funny
no.
you say that, because I asked a female last night.
Yeah.
I said, if you consent to a sexual act, what are you consenting to? And the immediate response was everything.
Okay, in some cases, yes. However, right?
There's
so
an
like
etiquette.
yes, so like I'm gonna
everything.
give you an example, right? So like if there are women that'll get like drunk or whatever, passed out. Like they're not able to give you a consent, yes or no, right? That is considered rape, right?
Right.
So if this woman is physically unable to say yes or no, that is rape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whether they're awake or whether they're not. If they are unable to give you an answer,
in your description,
that's
she
rape.
was unable to say anything.
Yeah.
So yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And like that, it happens to so many people, whether it be kids or whether it be adults, and people feel like they're embarrassed to talk about that.
Well, see, and when I asked that question, it really kind of shocked me that the answer was so quick.
Yeah.
From the female.
Yeah.
And then as I go into detail,
mm-hmm.
the answer changed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like some details was offered up, and then it was like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I told, not the female last night, but the one that had told me about the story. She kind of expressed how she wasn't trying to say it was criminal and whatnot. Or nothing like that. Wasn't trying to,
Right.
And I suggested maybe going to, because they had just recently got back with their other.
Yeah.
And this has happened in between.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, you thought about going to her, maybe bringing this to light?
Yeah.
I don't want to create nothing for him.
I get that.
And I was like, and I respect that. Okay, I was like, all right. And really, she just want God will handle it, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? But then I have to ask, does this go on in that relationship, or is this just something because he wasn't in one? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a free night. I can go to this extent that I don't go to with mine.
Right.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Then the thought that it would happen to other women, and I had to present that to the girl too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't want this to, whatever's happened to you happen to anybody else.
Or has it already? Yeah.
Right. So then when she expressed how, she just really kind of wanted to let God handle this. And I respect that. I said, look, I said, if need be, I said, don't let this run you out of anywhere.
Absolutely not.
You get your medicine, your treatment, how you need to see fit. I said, if it comes to it, you come seek me and find refuge.
Facts. And like that right there, exactly.
And that
right
is
right
for
there.
anyone and everyone.
Yeah.
If you know me, if you see me, if you feel something uncomfortable, if you see something uncomfortable and it don't seem right, bring it up.
Yeah.
You will be anonymous.
Yeah.
You'll be safe.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. That comes back to, that's crazy. Like this is God right there, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I was literally, it was last night. I was scrolling through. It was right before I came to the meeting last night. I was sitting in bed. I was laying there. Saturday is the day I've rested. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just flipping through. I'm looking for movies, and I happened to go through what I was telling y'all earlier. The movie guy I was watching, and he recommended this movie. So I watch it. It's literally just a documentary. You know what I mean? But like, I felt everything that the little boy went through. At the end of the movie, he's like 17 or 18, maybe probably a little older than that. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's what it was about. It was about sexual abuse and things like that. And it's crazy. It's crazy because like I felt like it was just like it was a good movie. I wanted to watch it. You know what I mean? Maybe learn a little bit from it. You know what I mean? But then like actually sitting here and like talking to you about this and like actually conveying like some of the things that I actually picked up on from the movie, like, and actually possibly end up being helped. Like that was the one thing that I got from the movie. Like you don't have I get when people are afraid to talk about like what happened. You know what I'm saying? I get that, but like I said just a minute ago, like she felt safe talking to you, and like I just want to make it clear to those who have gone through that, you know what I'm saying, or that are going through that, you know what I'm saying, like you do have a safe place to talk about that, you know what I'm saying, like Sean just said, like you can definitely come and find me. I'm sure you can probably come and find Martin. You know what I'm saying? Like if you feel uncomfortable in any way, like like me personally did not experience any type of sexual abuse at all. You know what I'm saying? However, because my empathy that I have, the energy. I'm able to feel other people's energy, and it's crazy. Like just me watching a movie, I was able to feel the emotion that this little boy went through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like, no, I don't know what it's like, but I can tell you that I not that I understand, but like I can sympathize with that. You know what I'm saying? I have empathy for people like that because it's terrible. You know what I'm saying? To have something like that happen to you and to feel like you can't talk to anybody about that is crazy. I've had similar situations, just not with sexual abuse, you know. So creating that safe spot or that safe place for someone to come and talk to you about it, you know what I mean, and really get that off their chest, you know what I mean. It really does help, you know.
So first, unlike Woody, I'm grateful you never had to go through nothing like that.
Yeah.
I did.
Right.
I did from both genders.
Right.
That's come. Take it how you want.
Yeah.
It is true. It is a real thing.
Yeah.
Women are guilty of the same thing.
Absolutely.
Okay. With that being said, I'm not gonna go into no specifics about that. With that being said, a little bit more gratitude I'd like to express for the program and God's work in my life, because look, the when that story was told to me, like I felt so unclean.
Yeah.
I felt so unclean. It just kept echoing in my mind all day. I kept like this. I was like, not only the story, but then the visions of where this position is held in the front row of my church and a couple other places in the position or whatever he's doesn't find himself. He's got himself in.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately, it is attraction rather than promotion.
Right.
You know what I mean? Initially, I was coming up with spiritual ways to go at this individual. You know what I mean? And I was manipulating.
Yeah.
My approach.
Right.
Because I ain't gonna lie, I was gonna go at him spiritual and looking for a sign of some sort of buck.
Yeah.
Please, buck.
Yeah.
Because I really just want her.
Yeah.
I really just want her.
I get it.
We're gonna have to wrap it up here, fellas. Gratefuls. All right, today was deep. It was deep. Grateful.
Yeah, so my name is Anthony. I'm a grateful recovering alcoholic. And let's see, today I am grateful for this podcast. I'm grateful for the ability that I have to work on myself today and the want to work on myself today.
I'm grateful for this podcast. I'm grateful. Most grateful today, if I had to pick a grateful today, I'm grateful for honesty. I'm really grateful for honesty. John?
Yeah, I'm grateful for the 4 P's.
Yeah.
You know, pause, pray, process, and proceed.
Okay. With that, you guys remember to like, share, subscribe. We're trying to build up our subscribers, so please subscribe and leave a comment. And if you would, please leave a grateful on your comment. We really look forward to hearing your gratefuls. With that said, we should close with the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah, and comment.
Yes,
Yeah.
of
Comment.
course, comment. You have to comment to
Leave a grateful.
leave a grateful. Yes.
Yeah, and then
But subscribe. We're trying to build our subscribers up.
Right.
Please subscribe.
Don't forget to comment.
And don't forget to leave a grateful
And a comment.
as you comment.
When you comment, leave a grateful.
Right?
We're grateful for your
Share.
comments.
We
Like,
are grateful for your
subscribe,
comments. That's
comment.
correct.
Comment.
Comment.
One more time. Comment.
Comment. All together.
Comment.
Comment.
You're a little late.
It's all right.
Okay, I'm white.
Sheesh.
Wow. How do we
Sheesh.
feel about that? Look, Lord's Prayer. Our Father,
Who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
comment.
Keep coming back.